It's now 4:32 p.m. Yeah, my routine got thrown off quite a bit today. Uh, so it was raining, and I decided not to do what I had been doing. I didn't even go to that co-op grocery store because um, since in order to use my laptop at that place for using the Wi-Fi, the only place where the people will that work there will leave me alone for as far as I know is when I'm outside the building on the side where the tables are not. So in the standing position where I'm holding the laptop over this like uh, extended roof kind of thing with a like a kind of like a pillar kind of thing. So there's a little bit of a shelter, but it's open on both on two sides. So even if it's raining, it might not get really wet. My laptop might not get really wet, but still because I can't just stand in the middle because I gotta allow space for customers to go in and out of the door. So I'm kind of standing like at by the like pillar type thing, and it's near the exposed area, so I'm not against a wall really. So if when it's raining, uh, it might protect my laptop a little bit, but like usually if there's like a breeze, it'll still blow moisture onto my laptop, which I don't want. It has happened a few times. It's frustrating and it worries me because I don't want my laptop to get ruined. So I was frustrated about having to sit at the table outside because of the rain. So today, um, this morning, it was raining pretty decently. So I had to bring out the big winter coat again because uh, it's waterproof. It's either that or my hoodies, which aren't waterproof. But I think it would have been fine wearing the hoodies because when I got out there outside on my bike, it wasn't too bad, but it was definitely raining harder before I got out there. Uh, so I didn't want to have to deal with worrying about the rain. Uh, so that only left a couple options for me, as far as I know. Uh, because the places I had gone before for the free internet were the library or the cafe that I went to before, that I was going to before. But the library, like when I got home today, I even I called the library to find out what their what they're allowing because of the damn virus and everything. Like since I thought like it seemed like it might be kind of a it seemed like it'd be a better situation since I read in the paper that the governor said you don't have they're not mandating the mask wearing anymore. So I was thinking, well, if they're not mandating the mask wearing anymore because of the virus, I guess being under control because of the vaccine being available, then maybe they'll allow people to sit inside, and then so I was that would be great because then I wouldn't have to worry about whether it's raining or not. I could go inside the library and sit down. So that's what I would like to be able to do. like, because even on the outside of the building, it doesn't say masks required. It says masks preferred. But when I called, there was a message on the when I called, a voicemail message. When you call the library, it explained. So I didn't have to talk to anyone because it explained the situation. It said you can go in there to browse, but they called it express browsing. So I'm thinking, express browsing. I guess that means quickly. So that doesn't sound like I can go in there and sit at a table with my laptop for hours, which is what I would have wanted to do. So that's disappointing. Um, it says if you want to do express browsing at the library, uh, you I guess you call and make an appointment for it. Because last time I talked to someone at the library, they said you can go in the library to browse, but only for 20 minutes. So that definitely does not work for me. Especially if they're not even letting people sit. But anyway. Um, so it'd be nice to go to the library, but I guess that's not allowed yet. I did see in the paper a long time ago, like maybe a year ago, when they were talking about why, when the representative from the library was explaining why they weren't open, because I think they were open at one time, but then they closed again because they said somebody tested positive for that virus. So then they closed again. Somebody that worked there. Um, but they said that it's not good for the public because of the virus because of they said the ventilation isn't that good in the building, uh, which is strange. Um, hmm. So I don't know when that will be back to normal. I guess because it's an old building. Um, but yeah, if the ventilation isn't good, what about the people that are working there? Assuming they're in there for more than 20 minutes, why is it okay for the person that's working at the library to be in there for more than 20 minutes if it's not okay for someone who comes in there to browse? So anyway, um, so I didn't go to the library today. So I went back to the cafe, which I did not want to have to do after last time, since last time I was there, which I checked my calendar because I write down where I go on my calendar. Uh, I was the last time I was at the cafe was about a month ago. So I'd been going to the co-op for internet for a month. So it was a little weird going back to the cafe, and it was kind of because it like familiarity. It was not too bad. It wasn't a negative experience at all. I think it was a kind of a nice relief just to get away from the co-op situation since it stressed me out. So it was nice to get a little break from that. But I don't I don't think it'd be good to take a break for uh, too long. Like it makes sense that the weather's bad to go, it's better to go to the cafe because at least I don't have to worry about the rain because they are allowing people to sit inside and they're not even like at this cafe you don't have to wear a mask. So some people are wearing the mask and some people aren't. It's their choice. So yeah, definitely thinking about that definitely still makes me angry about the why the co-op. why are they following? They're following a different regulation than the cafe. You can go to the cafe, you don't even have to wear a mask. You go to the co-op, go to the cafe, you don't have to wear a mask, but you go to the co-op, you have to wear a mask. And you can't even sit inside, even though they have tables there. It's like two different worlds. So that's definitely still makes me angry thinking about that. Um, so I was concerned. I was a little concerned in the back of my head because like the reason why I didn't want to go back to the cafe was because I had a negative experience at the cafe, and so that's why I didn't. That's why I was going to the co-op because uh, well, what I felt was a negative experience. You know, sitting at the table and having to be told I had to leave because they needed the table for a customer. So I was annoyed by that, and I was just because I was about to leave anyway. I didn't want to have to deal with having to be told uh, that I had to leave. So that's why I was like, well, I don't want to. I'm thinking, well, I don't want to be there if I'm going to have to worry about whether I have to be told whether I have to leave or not. If the cafe is too busy. So I went there anyway, and I was even thinking, well, I could just stand with my laptop. I could, because there's like a couple places I was thinking I could stand. There's these win large windows where wasn't any tables the last time I was there. So I was thinking, well, I can just stand with my laptop. Then the manager can't say I have to leave because she needs the table because I wouldn't be at a table. I was even thinking, well, maybe I could use a chair, but then she might say, well, we need the chair for a customer too. Uh, so I was thinking I could resort to that if I had to. But then when I got there, I was thinking, well, I guess I could just sit at a table, and if she says she needs the table, then I'll get up and stand up. So I guess I was thinking that, but um, yeah, lots of times, like depending on the day, it's not even like really busy. Maybe it was just because it was like Friday, maybe because it was the end of the near the end of the week. Maybe that's why it was so busy, and all the tables were being used up. And since I wasn't a customer, I was just sitting there and I didn't pay for anything. That I was the first to go in her eyes because she had to make room for a paying customer.